When you start talking about the greatest hip hop albums of all time, there's one name you just can't get away from: Kanye West's 2010 epic, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. For years, people have called it a consensus masterpiece, a career defining moment, a perfect 10 out of 10. But what if that whole story of this supposedly perfect album is a little more messy? What if its greatness is all tangled up in this huge story of public disgrace, exile, and a debate that, believe it or not, is still raging over a decade later? So this is the timeline that changed everything. It all kicks off in September 2009 with one moment that sparks a massive crisis. That crisis leads to a self-imposed exile in early 2010, and then out of that exile in November 2010, the album is born. And look, this timeline isn't just some background info, it's literally the only reason this album even exists.
Okay, so let's get into it. Part 1. The Fall. How does one of the biggest stars in music become public enemy number one, like, overnight?
It all comes down to this one moment at the MTV Video Music Awards, a huge cultural event. You've got a 17-year-old Taylor Swift, she's in the middle of her acceptance speech, and then Kanye West storms the stage and drops this now infamous line. And just like that, in under 30 seconds, the entire path of his career was changed forever. And the fallout? Man, it was instant, and it was brutal. I mean, everyone was coming for him, from regular fans all the way up to the President of the United States. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some critics pointed out that this whole thing was loaded with racial undertones. As Vice put it, West was seen as a black artist who got out of line, and the same pop culture machine that built him up showed just how fast it could turn on him and throw him out. So, with his career in a total nosedive, Kanye did pretty much the only thing he could do. He just vanished. He went into this self-imposed exile that has since become the stuff of hip-hop legend. And honestly, this was the real turning point. He literally fled to Honolulu and set up what everyone started calling a rap camp. He flew in this incredible roster of music royalty. We're talking Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Bon Iver, Nicki Minaj, the list goes on. They all lived and worked in the studio 24/7. And you gotta understand, the stakes were sky high. This album couldn't just be good, it had to be a stone-cold masterpiece to even have a chance at saving his career. So, what actually came out of that studio? What did they create? Let's dig into the anatomy of the album that literally rose from the ashes of his career. Okay, the sound, the only word for it is maximalist. It is just this wild, over-the-top, incredibly ambitious mix of live strings, rock guitars, soul samples, and all these layered electronic textures. Absolutely nothing was held back. The whole idea was to make something so